In looking at the videotapes, the last one, when we angled down this way, we think if we could maybe just get it a little bit more to try to pick up this guy here a little bit more without taking him out too. It may just be pointed toward the rim a little more than what we were doing. Because I do it, I was trying to get an idea, where do I point my camera over there? To the corner of the basket, to the rim, to get everybody? And watching the film, we were missing him just a little bit. So we may have to come more directly toward the center of the basket.
Okay.
Depending on, boy, it's just gonna be hard to get all three of them in, I know. You just keep doing what you were doing. All right. Are we recording?
Yes.
All right, we have Emily on camera, Bernard Hastings on mic. 25-minute half. Sorry for the delay. Trent, you're tossing. All right, Trent's the yard, he's tossing. Looks like Anthony is the one and Carla is the two. Good toss, Trent. Everybody's going in position. Inadvertent whistle, looks like. Inadvertent whistle. Got two red teams out here. This is going to be interesting. Two red teams. All right, we're settled in. It is confusing with the two red teams. I can see that. I hope you officials maybe pick up the numbers. The numbers are different colored. All right, Anthony, got a 10-second count coming up the court. And you might want to try to stay about 2 steps behind the dribbler coming up the court, if possible. To get that 10-second count, regardless, that'll be on tape. Should the guy kick it off his foot or something, you may have to call a violation. Anthony on that three-point attempt. Carla had the attempt. The ball went in. You have to mirror that from the other side of the floor. You'll have to mirror that three-point successful made with your both arms going up in the air. Nice job, Carla, on the attempt, and then the both arms up for the three-point made. Let's see what we got to work with here. Everybody looks like they're in position. Anthony's in the C. There you go, Carla. Nice 5-second count inbounds. 10-second coming up the court. And you're staying with the dribbler. I like that. A lot of times our officials are 10, 15 feet behind that dribbler, and I think it looks a lot better when you're about 2 or 3 steps behind that dribbler coming up the court. Trent, good rotation over. Carla, pick it up. Slide down to C, Carla. Stay at C, Carla. You're coming up the court. You don't have to go to the lead, Carla. There you go. You could have stayed down in that C position. Maybe helped out, not being such a big hit, turn around and come back. All right, got to reach in there, Anthony. Nice reporting at the table. I like the voice. I like the mechanic. Maybe just a little slower with the push signal there. But nice voice at the table reporting your foul. I tell you, you guys on the court with two great teams. I get confused up here. Right now, I appreciate what y'all are doing with the two red teams. Nice catch on the rotation there by Trent, Anthony. You started to head down, and then you realized Carla picked it up too. All right. Good strong whistle. Let's see your mechanic at the table. You can drop that arm. Everybody knows it's a foul, Carla. All right, you have that straight arm up. I know it's a little confusing which side of the floor to go on, with the table on one side and the benches on the other. And that's just something we got to deal with. It can be a little confusing. Carla, get down into the seat position now. See, you're out by the trail. See, that was a confusing series because Trent was on the team side at the lead position, where Carla was reporting at the. So that was a confusing series there, just because of the location of the bench and location of the table. We'll talk about that in the film room just to make sure we all knew what it was and how we got confused, where the table's located. All right, Anthony, I like how you're staying behind the dribbler up the court. About 2-3 steps behind, coming up. I like that. Take a look at that on tape about the travel there. Where did the travel take place, the violation? If it was down inside that paint area, that ball should have been taken out on the inline. So talk about that and see where you thought the violation was, and if the ball was actually taken out of bounds in a proper spot. If it should have been the inline, Anthony, you should have slid on down and put that ball in play. We're going to try to make an effort this year of making sure, as officials in District 11, that we put the ball in place at the proper location. We're starting to think that's important to coaches. And we want to make sure we understand where that ball should go based on where the violation took place. Any questions? Talk about it during the film here. All right, let's see what we have here. Dribbling the basket. All right, Carla, get that 10-second count. All right, staying with the player there. Okay. Again, I think it looks good when we're close to that dribbler up. Sometimes we're way behind there, 10 feet behind, so that was a nice shot. All right, Trent, nice job around the court. Better way to stand there, Anthony, and help out without rebounding. At that C, that's C's responsibility to help that lead out in that rebounding in that paint. Don't drift out. You were in a good position here to help out with rebounding and any contact on the shot. Carla, on that previous shot at trail, you're still too far out. When that ball's not on your side, it was over in front of Anthony. You might want to slide down a little bit more. Good job nearing the three-pointer. Good job there. Anthony, that's the weirdest whistle I've ever heard. I'm going to have to find out what the name brand of that whistle is, make sure I never purchase one. All right, we got a timeout. Talking about the whistle.
Yeah.
It's not a Fox 40, a Fox 40 whistle. It's not a Fox 40. Emily, my director up here, is laughing about the whistle thing as, well, bet $100 it's not a Fox 40 whistle. It is a weird sounding one. You and Esau, I bet Esau sold you that whistle. All right, timeout. 17:42 left on the clock. 17 minutes, 42 seconds. Carla blew the whistle at the timeout to put the ball in play. That's a good point. A lot of our officials, after a timeout, will just put the ball in play. You have to have a whistle after a timeout. That's free throw shots and everything. Think about that. Are you blowing the whistle when you administer a free throw or putting the ball out of play after a timeout? Blow the whistle before. They've got a nice travel there. A nice travel call, Trent. Carla, you had it also. You gave it to Trent. It was in the paint. That's his primary area. So nicely done there, fellas and ladies. Carla, I probably mentioned it to you before, but try to focus at the trail and the sea of closing down. Sometimes you're a little too far out. You're not now, but I'm just pointing that out. Just keep watching during the taping of this film and notice where you're standing from time to time and see if you don't think you're too far out, particularly in the trail position. Right now you're in the sea position, but at the trail position, you could be out a little too far toward midcourt. Don't get in a hurry to go back, Anthony. Same applies to you right there. You could be down toward the basket area a little bit more, helping out with rebounding instead of trying to drift the other direction. If we get, a lot of us worry about getting beat. Don't worry about it. If you get beat, you get beat. All right, bump and run. Nice job. Point the other direction. Carla, you need to stay at C. That's a bump and run situation there. Any ball that goes out of bounds before midcourt line. In that instance, Anthony, you made the call. You pointed. It was in backcourt before the division line. Trent slides down, puts it in play. You slide down to the lead. If you have a question about that bump and run, let's talk about it. Once the ball goes on the other side of the division line and it goes out of bounds, then you don't have the bump and run anymore. We can talk about that if you want. Carla, that play was coming toward Trent then, and that signal you just gave that it was a block, I'm not sure if that's really needed. What if you had given that signal of a block and then Trent had a foul? You know, now we got two different looks. So if you can avoid giving that tip signal like you did then, particularly when the ball's not your primary, it could go a long way in preventing some type of issue for a coach to holler about. Come in there, that's it. Notice how you get four guys on that floor like that. Jump ball, somebody has to come in there when you blow that whistle. Be strong about it, make sure there's no punches. Trent came in on that. So close down on those hard plays on the floor like that. That'll prevent a foul. going the other direction on shot attempts and rebound. Stay in there to see. That's the position everybody wants to be in. So take advantage of it. Stay there. Get a hurry back down the other end. Take a look at that play. Forget to rewind it just to see where you were standing, and then when the shot attempt occurred, look at how you bailed out from the seal. You want to stay down there. In fact, you want to step toward the basket to help out with the rebound, not drift away. Anthony, right now, free throws, you should be the C down there. You're standing in the position. Maybe the C the other bench is on the table. So now there's some slack to be given because of this situation here. I think you know to be on a free throw situation. Straight across from the free throw line. And you're going to chop the clock on the shot.
Hey, is your blue light on?
What's
Is
that?
the blue light on?
Red light. That mean the battery's bad? You think it's taping?
I don't know.
We could be having battery issues with the microphone. My director just looked over and saw it. I'm going to text Jake real quick here and see what he can do. Jake, this is Bernie. Do we have a battery for the microphone that looks like it's blinking red, like it could be going low? It looks like it could be a double A or a triple A battery. Also, we use the camera from the first game, from the review game, port 6 or 3, whatever it's called. Thank you. Well, that was a long-winded message. My director's noticing my microphone right now. Hopefully we're still recording. I'll keep going until we get a battery. It may just be telling me it's low. Let's press Alright, it's still turned on. The button on the microphone is on, so I can only assume it's letting us know the battery's running low. I'll stand this a little closer to Emily, see if it doesn't pick up the signal too far. Okay, 5:07 left in the game. I like this type of game. We all like stalls, that's for sure. That way you step out, call out on the bench, so you step on the floor, it's way out. Nothing wrong with that, I like it. This is a good time if you think there's a 5-second count to call it. If you think there's been separation, stick both arms out to use that mechanic to show separation. I think that's a good call. Okay, look at your arm here. As you're going to the table, you still got the arm up, and now you're recording at the table with your arm up. You can drop that arm as soon as you leave your spot under the basket. So you don't need to keep it raised the entire time. And definitely don't keep it raised while you're recording your numbers at the table. Go ahead and get that thing down, report the table, then do your mechanics. Get rid of that arm. You've done it multiple times, and I'm just now noticing it more and more. Take a look at that part on the film, and let's talk about that. In the audience, we just have two of the stars for the first game. Sean and Joy, they officiate their game. They probably are in line for the All-State honors here. I'm not sure if they could handle this game with the two red teams out there. They would be more confused than I am. How you doing?
Can't go home. Should have been forfeit, right?
Well, the team was late. We just had a 25-minute run. I don't make that call. Take a look at that call if we got that on tape. I'm not sure if she got that because it's on the right corner there. And just see how you made that call and see how you jabbed with a what do you call that when you point? What do you call that when you point? Foul, your arm goes up and you bird dog. See how you made that call and bird dog real quick. You pointed and you pulled it back. See if you like that. Looks like we have the ball went down in the bleachers. They have bleachers. You can get on the bleachers with concrete bleachers. You can get underneath them. Yeah. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in this game. Not much to talk about. I've been long-winded on this video. we're watching in the film room, let's talk about some things I mentioned and see, make sure you understood it and see if I can be a little more clear as we're watching the film. I was trying to get Esau's attention, go to 114 to get a camera. All right, Carla, nice job. Don't go out. Oh, 20 points. All right, get in because of the 20-point rule. All right, Trent, Anthony, Carla.